Hey guys, Shanna here. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. Today, I just want to take a minute and chat with you about not overwhelming yourself. It's really easy for me to tell you not to overwhelm yourself, but let me just say that I fully understand how easy it is to overwhelm yourself. And I think most of us do it before we even realize that we've done it. Before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Also, while you're down there, guys, please leave comments. If there's anything that you feel that you have that is helpful, please share. If you need help, please ask. This is a great community so far that we're building of secular homeschoolers, and it's a very unique and special place to get that kind of assistance. I'm always happy to respond, as well as other people here in this community. So, as you guys know, if you've seen any of my videos, we use the non-religious Timberdoodle curriculum kits. So let me tell you guys, the Timberdoodle kits are fantastic and they cover a wide range of topics. They cover a wide range of learning styles. They've compiled all kinds of great and amazing goodies into their kits. The kits come with like 10 million pieces, okay? So if you have not seen our unboxing videos, I will go ahead and I will link right up here. There are so many pieces, okay? And it is really hard to understand how to use them, how to fit them in. And so because of that, Timberdoodle has put together like a schedule of how to get through everything in an average 36 weeks. This is an amazing tool, but this is a great place to start. If you take their scheduler, their online scheduler, or the scheduler that is printed in your handbooks here, if you take that and you start from there and you just do what that says, guys, there are so many pieces in these kits, okay? We got like over 110 pounds. A full-grown, a small, but a full-grown human being's worth of curriculum arrived at our house for 2 children for 1 school year, okay? That is like an absolute ton of stuff. If you use their online scheduler, or again, the scheduler that's recommended in the handbook, they try to get you through everything that they send you. They're in an average 36-week school year. It's so much stuff. It amounts to then being a ton of stuff each week and then a ton of stuff each day. There are so many new homeschoolers right now. There are so many people who are new to Timberdoodle right now. I feel like it's really worth going over this. Now, I do have many planning videos on how I'm planning my kit, how I'm scheduling our day, how we're doing all of this. But I feel like it's worth having a standalone video on simply how to avoid overwhelming yourself, because it's a lot of things, especially if you're new, okay? So these are some of the things that I've only found because I've done this a while. And so I feel like it's really valuable to share. So let's start with the number one easiest thing that you can do to not overwhelm yourself is pick a curriculum kit. So easy. Like I said, we use Timberdoodle and we love it. So if you also are using Timberdoodle or any other curriculum kit, I don't know if it's actually the same with other companies, but with Timberdoodle, you can cut out and customize things you don't need. So the very first thing that I do when I'm looking at curriculum is I go through and take out what I don't need, what I don't feel will bring me value. So I do like to start with the Timberdoodle Elite Kit, which is everything they think is best for that grade level. And then I cut it back from there. So the first thing that I do is take out things I don't think we'll use, things I don't think we'll need. That right there takes a lot of stuff off my plate. If you guys saw my second grade review, my second grade kind of curriculum review, and I'll put that right up here. We had a story of the world for history, and there's an activity book that goes along with that. And there's so much stuff to do in this activity book. It honestly is too much for us, and that's not how we wound up using it. Done. Out. Cut it. That right there took a ton of weight off of my shoulders, and it's one less thing to do. So the very first thing that I do is I go through and I decide what we don't need. And I don't even have it sent to my house. We just cut it out. Okay, so then from there, what you can do is you figure out, right, like your schedule, how many weeks you're gonna do. I like to do 30 weeks, but you could do 52 weeks of school a year. And if you're taking 36 weeks worth of average, 36 weeks worth of lessons, and you're spreading them out a little longer, guess what? That's a little less to do each week, and therefore a little less to do each day. So that is going to spread it out and thin it out a little bit. The most important thing that you can do is focus on the big things, right? Those core subjects. So the things that are most important, the histories, the science, the math, the reading, those things that are honestly the most important things to do. And then come in and add in those supplemental things, the critical thinkings, the games that are fun. So we've established that Timberdoodle kits come with a lot of pieces. When the scheduler or the scheduler in your handbook breaks those pieces down into what you should be doing in order to cover it all, it does some weird stuff. Like if you have a read aloud book, it'll tell you that you need to do like 1.5 pages a week in order to finish this book in a year. But people don't actually read a book like that. And so because there are some things that are put into the scheduler that way, I myself take those out. And I know that if we have a read aloud, like the Robin Hood graphic novel, for example, we're going to read that at bedtime and together as a family. That does not need to go into my school day schedule. I know that we're going to cover that. And the same applies for all of the fun stuff. So in some of my other planning videos, I went through, after my unboxings, I went through and I figured out what all we could do together, since I do have more than one kid I'm schooling this year. And so I went through and I put now this is what is recommended based on my kit that we get done every week. But I went through and I put in green those things that I felt like we could do together. We could read together. And then those things aren't really on my schedule for what I actually expect to get done every week. I also went through and I put an F next to the things that are fun. And the things that I view are fun, games, things like that, those go in an entirely different category as well, because we're not trying to do all of them every week. There are some curriculum pieces like building sets or the historical figures, paper dolls, and typing. Some of these things, I don't expect her to do all of them in a year. If I did, that would kind of be a lot. I don't expect my little one to do every 3 Little Pigs challenge in a year. What we do is we allow her to take the game pieces that come with our kits, and those are fun. We can pull them out as frequently as she wants to, but it's not something that we have in our day, in our plan to get it done. The very first thing that I did was I eliminated the things that I knew we did not need or we did not want out of our kits. The next thing that we did once I got our kits and our schedulers and things is I went through and I figured out what we could do together to make my life easier. Those things that Dad can help out with. I also went through and figured out what was a fun activity, and those go in an entirely different bracket for me. So once I've narrowed it down to the things that I know we need to get done every week, that was when I came in and I made our flow charts. So instead of, let me make sure I have the right one here. instead of having to go from this, get this done in a week, to then only the pieces that we got getting done in a week, I took all of this and I condensed it down into what we're actually going to do in a week. And as you can see, we've got the most important, the core subjects, guys, they're up top in our flow, and I will make a point to put my flow video right up here so you guys can see how this goes. But I go from the recommended everything in the kit, then to what we actually got on their scheduler. And then I take it down and I break it down into what we're actually gonna do. So instead of having 10 million things to do every day, she only has at max 11 things to do. 11 things to get done in a day. And that might seem really extreme, but some of these are really, really fast. It's like 1 page of geography. It's 1 page of word roots. It is 1 math wrap up. It goes by much more quickly because I've taken out some of those games and things that we're gonna play naturally in our daily lives together as a family. Those don't need to be in our actual school day. So some of what I think is happening here with the Timberdoodle kits, and where I'm seeing a lot of people talking about how overwhelmed they are with all of the things to get through, is that they're literally trying to get through everything every day. And there's just no need for that. So take a minute, figure out, especially as you're getting a couple weeks into it, figure out those things that you can pull out. And, you know, we play Anomia Kids like on a Saturday afternoon together as a family. It doesn't necessarily need to be in a school day on Monday or Wednesday. So find the ways that make it easier. And also remember, as homeschooling parents, you can spread learning out to all day, every day. And that makes it a lot easier. So please use the online scheduler, use the schedule and the planner as a guide, but find what's going to work best for your family. Don't worry so hard about checking off every single little box every day. There's no way you're going to do that and have it be sustainable. Find what does work best for you, find your flow, find your rhythm, and take just a little bit of that pressure off of yourself. You don't have to do it all, and you certainly don't have to do it all right now. So start with, the top 4, the top 5 things, and get into your rhythm of getting those done every day. Then you can always come back in and add in some of the fun thinking skills, the fun art projects, the fun games. You can always add those back in. But give yourself a minute to just get into the habit and the flow of making sure that you get the large educational blocks in their place in your day. Also, by having this flow, as you know, sometimes life gets crazy and you have a day where you just don't have as much time, or a week that's just a little bit busier. Let me tell you, everything right down here, these bottom few things, in my opinion, these are our extras, and they are the first things that go when I need an easier day or an easier week. I know, and I have no shame. If we get through the upper 3/4 of this page, that is great, and I will cut the other ones as soon as I need to at all to make my life easier. Okay, guys, I just wanted to give you a little bit closer look at what I'm talking about here. And I do have videos that go with all of this stuff. So this is, for example, Maryland's PreK handbook here. And this is what you are expected to get done every week in an average 36 weeks to get through. It is a lot of stuff, guys. And as you can see, I went through here and I just put an X through the things that we didn't get. And I cut those out because I just didn't feel like, 1, we needed them, or 2, we wanted them. Now, there are so many things on here. Like Camelot Jr., it has 48 challenges and 1 to 2 challenges a week. Except we don't do it that way. We enjoy that game as a fun game that we play together, and therefore that is not actually in our flow at all because she likes it. So as frequently as she wants to play that game, I am going to let her. And because she will play so many of those challenges at one time, she's super ahead in that, according to the schedule, because she will sit down and knock out like 10 of them at a time, but then move on and not necessarily want to come back to it for a while. There is, let's see, where's the sticker book? First sticker book jobs, 17 scenes, 1 scene every other week. Yeah, we finished that entire book in the first 4 weeks of school because she wanted to do one like every day. So that's what you want to do, girlfriend. Mom is going to let you. We're going to get all of our core stuff done, and then you can come in and do your sticker book, and I am all for that. I guess the biggest thing that I'm trying to note here is this is a recommendation. This is literally an algorithm that is figured out by a computer, right? So then you, being the person who has to live it and work it, need to come back in and just figure out how this actually fits into your day. Now you saw Amelia's flow. Amelia's flow has at max 11 things to do a day, and Marilyn's has 9. At max 9 things to do a day. And again, just like with Amelia's, these things I cut first if I need to. These are the things that I am willing to give up on any given day if that helps me, helps my children get through their day a little bit more smoothly. So please just don't hesitate to do that, guys. So please remember, start small, plug in the pieces, and you will get through this. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to do it all as soon as you start. Give yourself some grace, ease into it, find your rhythm. I promise that you will. Please come back and let us know if you have any questions. If there's anything else that we can help with, I'm happy to share. Like I said, I do have videos on the Timberdoodle scheduler, on going through my kit and figuring out how I was going to add things in with my 2 kiddos. I do have those unboxing videos if you'd like to see what's in them. And I've started doing curriculum piece videos showing you how we actually use the pieces in our curriculum in an effort just to help maybe simplify some of the things that I had found that confused me out there in the internet world, and just make it a little bit easier and a little bit more accessible to people so that it is just simpler to understand. So I hope that you found some of this entertaining or informative. Please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again.